Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tarot Map, and this is Ancient Ritual Postures Oracle Deck Review. I highly ask you to go to my previous video where I met with the creator of this deck, with Belinda Gore. She is the artist and writer of the companion book as well of the Ancient Ritual Postures. I have to thank Meg again from Rose Honey Ritual, because she was the one who actually showed me the deck for the first time. You know, I saw it on her channel and it's really wonderful. And that she has found this deck and shared it and was also very excited about it, which is lovely. We have a lot of, we have similar tastes with Meg, and we also differ in many things, which is awesome. But this is 52 ritual cards, 52 oracle cards. And there is a companion book. I'm just showing you how that arrives to you. It's 6 suits. In the deck: Ritual, Healing, Divination, Metamorphosis, Spirits, Journeys, and Initiation. And each suit has 10 cards. It reminds me a little bit of Decanic Journey, by 10 days of each, and 10 degrees of each sign. The artist and author Belinda Gore created the series based on her 35 years experience practicing the ritual postures. So Belinda is a wonderful storyteller. So I'm not going to talk about the deck in depth like this, because we do go into the deck a lot and how to use it and how to prepare for ritual and so on in the interview. So I hope you will enjoy it, and I encourage you to go and check it out. But just to get, so you can see all the cards and the book. The book comes in with a very beautiful, easy to follow up build up. So you get the ritual and introduction, how to prepare yourself. There's a couple of beautiful quotes here as well. It's very bright with the light when I go like this, but so the practice does not make you a shaman or a healer or a bruja. It's not an attempt to become native or to adopt the life ways of hunter-gatherers, headsmen, or early horticultural people. We cannot return to an earlier time, even if we wanted to. In using these ritual postures, we are honoring our ancestors rather than trying to become them. We are embracing our heritage as humans, calling upon the embedded skill of the human body, this common denominator that connects us with all of humanity for at least the past 40,000 years, to restore our sense of place in the larger reality that includes the invisible world, or the alternate reality as well. I just really loved it, and we talk about a lot of this with Belinda. So you get, description of all of the suits as well, so suits of initiation. There's wonderful questions in the book that you can use, and then we go into the cards, and each of the cards has a wonderful deep poem that really, sometimes when you pull the right card, or by chance you pull a card, it's just goes into your, I don't know, it's like Margaret Peterson type of, what do I call it, top shelf spirituality. So for me, it's embodied, it's beautiful, love the poems. As I mentioned in the interview, my only criticism for this is that in Belinda's other book, The Ecstatic, she wrote 2 books, Ecstatic Experience and Ecstatic Body Postures. And in the books there, she describes exactly what the artwork is, so where is it from, gives all the details about the artwork. She didn't do it in this book, which I find that it would be just perfect if it was, if this information was added. But I found the same, the Shaman's Oracle by John Matthews and Will Kingan. They use the cave art. And also in the book, you don't get the indication what cave the artwork comes from. And I just find it a pity, because I would like to know personally. Plus, I think it's just a common courtesy, right? So Belinda was like, oh my God, I put it here and I put it in this book, but I didn't put it here. She was, kind of she would love to put it here. So I think maybe next edition of the book will have the information added. But as I said, you can get her book. I will link it below in the description box, and there is the detailed information. Bear in mind that this is self-published deck, so this is how the cards come out of the box. The card paper is great, you know, but it is laminated. So for some people, I'm just sharing, like for me, it's fascinating. I love seeing my, you know, thumbnails on the cards. But for some people, just so you know, it's quite laminated, which I think it's going to hold up quite well. And yeah, the colors look amazing in this deck. Okay, so 52 cards, and we have all these six groups. Okay, so there's metamorphosis, there is spirit journey, there is initiation, a ritual, which is only 2 cards, and Belinda speaks about it like it's like the cover of the books, you know, to enter into the ritual and to get out of the ritual, and so to close and to open. I'm just going to share this with you in the groups. I think the book is written in a really beautiful way, very easy and not, you know, like very approachable, quite emotional. Like I had an emotional connection with whatever Belinda was writing. I'm really inspired by this deck. I think you can feel like I'm not one of these people who can like, whoa, let me talk about this, how amazing it is, if I don't really think so. And so I think this is a beautiful deck. What I find funny, I noticed on Instagram, you know, that a lot of people go, oh yeah, I know Belinda's work for like 20 years ago, I got a book, or oh yeah, I know about the postures, I tried this and this, and I'm thinking, oh my god, where was I? Like, how come I never heard about it? Because I only heard about the postures for the first time since, you know, I saw a Max video. So let's just, and even though I collect those, you know, I love the ancient figurines. I'm like, not maybe collect them, but when I'm in tune with certain posture or certain, in tune with certain being, I'm like, I want to get it in a physical form, which, you know, that's just me. I love stuff. But it helps me to really tune in. Okay, so this is the first 2 cards, the first group, the group of ritual. So this is calling the spirits, and this is the singing shaman, which is for closing the ritual. So before any of us goes into the body posture, obviously, you know, this is just recommended because it's a hygiene and it's a respect towards the ancestors. Okay, so you open the ritual and you close the ritual. So this is calling the spirits, and this is the singing shaman. I will show you later, you know, with the book we pull 1 card so you can see, but also Belinda reads in the interview some of the poems, and it's so beautiful. So the first group that we have in the book is the group of healing. So the healing group is here, and on the back of each group you have a different mandala, which also can act as a portal for you to, like, you know, calm your mind before you go into a ritual. And here we have, they're not in any order, but you have the bear spirit, you have Chiltern spirit, so you kind of know where the cards are from. But what I was mentioning, I just wish there was, like, you know, source information about this. Should I make it a bit lighter? Maybe. So this is the lady from Atotonilco. And I pulled this once and I did this posture. Oh my god, that wasn't so easy to sit, actually. But to me, that was always like almost a card like about flower essences and flowers, that I like. It was some form of like the ancestral being that I think I'm going to connect about those type of subjects. There's empowerment, so each of the card can has either like a keyword or it has the name, like couple from Czerna Woda, so this is like black water, Czerna Woda. Here we have the name of the goddess. And there's Ecuadorian woman, African healer. So the deck is multi-layered, and again in the interview we'll talk about it, but Belinda was fascinated with fabrics, so she used the background at different fabrics. How funky, how cool that looks. And then she overimposed the original artwork from her books, which was illustrated. So the next group is the group of Divination, which is lovely, right? We love Divination. So with Divination we have this mandala, and maybe I do increase this ISO, sorry guys. So with Divination we have this mandala, and now just take a look at the cards. So it's Tlatilco woman, horned man of Colima. I love this cloud here, it's so cool. I don't know, I'm just drawn, you know, to the ancient beings, to the fabrics, how she just put it all together. I just think it's beautiful. It's totally along my alley. I love the kind of messy, chaotic art. I just, yeah, I think this is so interesting. And as I was saying, it's a multi-layered deck. I call it an interactive deck because, yes, you can do the postures. You can use the deck only as an oracle. If you don't want to use the postures, you can use the book as, you know, as a guide. And every card, as I said, has a poem and has like a couple of sentences for divination, and they're very inspiring. So the next group is Metamorphosis. And Metamorphosis has this mandala. It looks very much like kind of cell. And then we have a corn goddess. And we have the tree of life. Cernunos. Latolita. Olmec Prince. Tattooed Jaguar. Orca Shaman. I love this fish woman. We talk about it in the interview as well. And so that was the Metamorphosis. The next group in the book is, and it's, as you can see, it's very easy to find, Spirit Journeys. With Spirit Journeys we have this mandala, and it's cards like that. Oh, I just love the art. Look at the colors. So it's Priestess of Malta, the Sleeping Lady of Malta. That was my first card. I was so excited to see her because I had the figure of her as well. Lasso Cave. Yeah, the colors, the tonation, the albatross came up in the interview as well for us. We were doing a reading for all of us, so check it out. Poppy Pod Woman, love her. And Tsimshian Shamaness. And then the last group is the group of Initiation, the last group in the book. This mandala, and it's the Lady of Thessaly. Feathered Serpent. And Belinda has gathered here, you know, ancestral being from all over the world. It's a very inclusive deck in the sense that all humans can use it. These beings are our humanity kind of connection, you know. She was saying that like your body is the same as the body of a human that's old, like 40,000 years ago, you know. So I love the Inanna cards as well. Okay, so we have all of the cards. You guys have seen all the cards, and let's just now shuffle it. So the cards, the size of the cards, let me just grab a regular tarot deck. So this is the size of the cards. So they oracle size, they kind of quite tall, like the lengthwise, not that wide, but quite tall. And how do I shuffle them? I think I do shuffle them like they... Sorry, I lost my mic. They do have a bend, so you can either shuffle them, you know, sideways. They shuffle easy. You can shuffle them, over shuffle, probably the corner shuffle or whatever. So I'm just going to pick a card for us and ask the ancestors to, you know, give us a message, okay, for everybody who watches. Maybe we don't have a question, but let's see what comes up for us. Okay, initiation. So this is from the last group, and we have the Lady of Thessaly. So it's, you know, she's a lady, right? I love this. This is so cool. One of the obviously goddess postures. Let's bring her closer and let's find her from. So she is in the last group, like initiation. So Lady of Thessaly, and I'm going to just read the poem for you. I am the one. So maybe you look at the lady, and she says, I am the one known as the Lady of Thessaly. Through me you can return to the time when the earth was young, when the waters were clear and pure, and mermaids sang as they sunned themselves on the rocks beside the shore. Through me you can feel what it is to be voluptuous, to be hallowed with beauty. Ah, that's so Venusian. Find a sacred tree where you can sit. Find the flowers and the plants that surround you, pulsing with the creative fire, the green force. This is the life blood of the earth. Is this the path of initiation, you might ask? Yes, yes, it is our task to hold the memory of the time of innocence, of purity, the time when in our freshness we see the world with the eyes of the mother, admiring with fierce love the wonder of her children. Let the mother live in you. Let your body pulse with her fire and her love. Be the path in all its wonder. Don't hold back. So this is the poem. And now if we use just the divination quotes, it says, feel what it is like to be voluptuous and beautiful. Find the pulse of the creative fire within yourself. Hold the purity and innocence of new beginnings. Let the mother live in you with all of her magnificence. Oh, I love this. This is really gorgeous. So we have this very voluptuous, goddess-like, you know, creative force, and we're being invited to task. Our task is to hold the memory of the time of innocence and purity, and it's hard to do in the world full of suffering. So for those of us who can do it, do it. This is our contribution. And then there is description of the posture in the book. If you want to go into the posture, you prepare yourself like Belinda. Maybe you can have your own way. Belinda gives us a way to prepare for the ritual, and then you know, move into the posture. You find a track with rattles or with drumming, and you just see what Lady of Thessaly has for you, and like, what does she say and convey to you through your body? How do you feel? What comes up for you when you are in this posture? So this is the deck. Please go and watch the interview with Belinda. I am in love with this card. So, you know, if you like kind of have a similar taste to me, you are going to be in love with this deck. Belinda sells her decks through her website. I will link it below in the description box. It's also linked under the interview we did with her, and highly recommend listening to her interview. Bye. Thank you.